Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to day five. Day five of Building Momentum to Emerge Challenge, a 30-day challenge to help you, to enable you build those muscles needed to step into the space of who you are becoming, to unravel the puzzle of life, to unravel your emotions, and to be best informed on the factors influencing your life and your actions. My name is Lady May. I am a speaker, an author, a well-being coach, a behavioral therapist, founder of Emerge New Woman and Emerge Institute. Welcome. So today we're continuing our discussions. I think for the last 4 days, all we've been doing is laying the foundation to understand why it is necessary to build those muscles, to build those strength, to be able to emerge fully and ready. Because we all know that when you are weighty, when you've got a lot of load on yourself emotionally, it becomes almost impossible to move. Your progress is retarded. And your way of thinking, your way of doing things are all affected. And this is why we're doing the 30 days challenge to build those muscles, the strength needed to move. And so welcome. When you join me, do feel free to put in a comment and let me know you're here. And so today we're talking about, still on the topic, life's event, significant life event. If you do realize, yesterday I didn't give any assignment. That is because to explore your event, two things. It depends on where you're standing. Are you ready to dive into it? That's one question. Do you have what it takes, or would you need the help of a professional, a therapist, a coach, somebody to take you through it? That is something for you to think about before you try to explore those moments in your life, those events. But by all means, do explore those events, because that is the only way you can shed off the extra weight and move on, overcome the barriers that holds you, that blocks you from moving. And so today we are continuing on. Yesterday we spoke about event, we spoke about the emotions it comes with, and we spoke about the effect. Today I'm going a bit more into the effects. And that brings me to cognitive distortion. Cognitive distortions. What is cognitive distortions? Cognitive distortions are the habitual ways of thinking that are often inaccurate and negatively based. Cognitive distortions usually comes up when one has experienced a significant life event that in their lives, thinking, which impacts on their thinking. So they tend to think in a certain way, usually is negatively influenced. It's cognitive distortion is, I would say, is habitual errors in our thinking. And it comes about only when, or usually when you have, it is developed usually when you have had an adverse or a significant life event. That's when it impacts on the way you think. And so I want to ask you a question. Have you ever thought about your thinking pattern, the thoughts in your head? Have you paid attention to try and understand why you think the way you think? Why you process things in a certain way? Why you give interpretation and meaning to different things the way you do? Could there be something that has impacted your way of thinking? This is what we're discussing today. All I've been doing over the last 4 days, including today, 5 days, is bringing to light the things that we need to pay attention to. Because what you think about influences how you feel, your emotions. It then influences how you behave. And so I encourage you to pay attention to the way you think. Are there any distortions? Do you look at everything in a negative way? I would run us through a few examples of cognitive distortions and see whether you find yourself in there. And if you do, then please do all you can to work on those distortions. It can be undone. It can be undone. It just needs a bit more effort and energy and persistence. It can be undone. It's not a permanent situation. So the first one is emotional reasoning. That is when you take every feeling to be a reality. Whatever you feel within you, you feel that is the right thing. So if you feel somebody doesn't like you, then you actually accept that it's true that person doesn't like you. But remember, feelings are just feelings. And so do not interpret feelings to be the reality. Are you an all or nothing person? That is more of, I would say, a perfectionist. When you have this kind of attitude, when you think along these lines, it becomes difficult for you to be satisfied. It becomes difficult for you to be pleased. You actually struggle when you don't achieve what you want to achieve. When you don't achieve your target, your goals, you feel like you've lost it. You feel like you failed. That is a trait of all or nothing. I will encourage you to look at things in a more different way. Perhaps think alongside percentages. Think of progress instead of perfect. So instead of thinking I didn't achieve it, look at it as, okay, I made a progress. I moved on. I'm not the same place that I was. Are you someone who is always personalizing things? Always pointing everything back at you? Everything is you. Self-blaming. Always. Everything is about you. You relate and you assume even people's behavior to yourself. If somebody walks past you, you're thinking they're ignoring me. But truly, maybe they didn't see you. They're not ignoring you. And so whenever that thought comes, I want you to consider this. Why would they ignore you? What have you done to be ignored? And then move on. Be gracious to yourself. Challenge every thought that comes to mind. Don't make everything about yourself. People have got their own strengths and weaknesses, and you can't think for people. And so don't make everything about yourself. Don't make everything about yourself. We have the should statement. That comes with guilt. It comes with frustration. It comes with anger. It comes with shame. It comes with bitterness. When you find yourself in this state or thinking pattern, it makes you stressed. It stresses you out because everything you do is, I must, I should have been there. If I was there, this wouldn't have happened. I ought to do this. If you find yourself there, please be gracious to yourself. Start relaxing your rules. Start relaxing your expectations. Make more room for eventualities. Because what it is this attitude leads to anxiety. You cannot control what you don't have control over. When others don't meet your expectations, you become worked out. But you can't control everything. Are you the type that always picks out information? Are you the mind filtering person? Always picking up just the negative stuff. Just the negative stuff. Always. You tell them a whole sentence, a whole story, and it's only the negative side they pick on and they act on, minimizing every positivity in the story. When you do this, you're always anxious. When you do this, you work yourself out. You increase your stress levels. Remember, I said here the first day that 95% of all illnesses, of all diseases, has a root cause as stress. And so these distortions will lead you into that state of being stressed. Therefore, I encourage you to sit back and analyze yourself. Because of time, I may not be able to go through all of it. We have the magnifying person who is always making things bigger than they are. And so they use words like, this is awful, instead of, I will try, I will do it, I can cope. This is too huge. No, this is so bad. You magnify everything. You have the overgeneralizing person. Because of an incident or two, they generalize everything. Because somebody broke their heart, because somebody betrayed them, it's now a story of there's no trustworthy person. There is no true or honest man. There's no faithful man. But not everybody behaves the way you have experienced it. Remember, I said from day one that this is an honest and open conversation. And so please do well to type in the comment what your thoughts are, what resonates with you, and we will treat it as we go along. It's supposed to be a dialogue, not a one-way conversation. Do not do these things that harms your body. I encourage you that do not get to the state of working yourself out. You're responsible for your own health, not the actions of other people. And so I encourage you today that cognitive distortions, they come as a result of our experiences. They shape the way you think in a certain way. But once you become aware, once you accept that, okay, this is my situation, this is my challenge, then you are better placed, you are well informed to take the best action that you can, to make more meaningful decisions, knowing that there is a bit of distortion in my thought, negativity, and so I'm going to make the effort not to think that way. And like I said on the first day, there's going to be prizes for those who comment the most, who stay with me. I will talk more about the prizes as we go along in the next 25 days. If you would like to receive how you can undo this distortion, how you can manage and take control of your mindset, then please DM me with your email address or a message, and then I will forward to you those details to help you through. It is not your fault. You are no different. Life happens, and that's what happened. I believe everybody has the strength, has the willpower to move on from what has impacted on us so much. And so I pray this day that at the end of this challenge, you become more mindful of the cognitive distortions in your life to better help you understand yourself and to understand others, and to make more meaningful, more impactful, and better decisions, and to put an end to irrational thinking. Thank you so much for joining me. Unfortunately, today I'm not seeing any comments. Okay. I'm not seeing any comment. Hello, Hetty, I believe. Yes, one comment has come through. I'm not seeing, I've seen a number of people have joined me, but I can't see it on my screen exactly who has joined me. But I encourage you today to, oh, hello, Sami. I have more comments. Okay. Hello, Delisha. Thanks for joining me. Hello, Miriam. Thanks for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. And we will meet again, same time tomorrow. And we will continue to build the muscles to emerge. Thank you so much and have a good evening. And good morning, depending on where you are, or afternoon.